I am still very bullish on Toshi, so much so to the point that 2 cents, that is still what I have my sights on for this boron when it comes to it, even though that's not financial advice. But the way to take a look at it is this. 2 cents doesn't seem that crazy to me because I feel like there doesn't need to be that much in order to achieve something like that. Now, let me explain what I mean by that, because if it were to go to the price of 2 cents, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $8 billion. I get it. It's around a 48x from here, but here's the thing. Let's say during a fully fledged bull run, I'm not saying next week, I'm not saying in the next 2 days, I'm not saying that. Let's say during, again, a fully fledged bull run, let's say Dogecoin went to a market cap of around $120 billion. And let's say Shiba Inu went to a market cap of around $80 billion. Now, let's say we assume, again, that's combined $200 billion market cap. Are we saying that less than 5% of that can't flow into this? This is just a way to take a look at it. Again, 5% of 200 billion is 10 billion. Toshi at the price of 2 cents, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around 8 billion. So again, less than 5% of that. Why can't some flow into this? I just don't see why not. This is my mentality. I just kind of feel like this is not too crazy, especially once the market picks up in a massive way. Let's say Bitcoin goes to 250,000, 300,000, right? This doesn't seem that insane to me, especially if Dogecoin and Shiba Inu does that well, if the hype for meme coins really enters in a massive way. Yeah, it doesn't seem that ridiculous. If Toshi needed like a $50 or $60 billion market cap to achieve, the price of 2 cents, there's no way. Toshi can't overtake Shiba Inu or Dogecoin ever, in my opinion. But then it doesn't need to, because it's kind of low in market cap, so doing pretty good is already hypothetically very amazing. Again, 2 cents around a 48x from here, I'm not going to complain about that. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin probably can't do that in the next 6 to 10 months. That's my point of view. Now, what makes Toshi special? It's because it's a meme coin on the base network. So I think naturally, this is going to give it a lot more attention than, let's say, if it was just another regular meme coin that no one really cares. Because if we take a look at the base network, it's Coinbase's layer 2 network. That means a lot because Coinbase is one of the biggest exchanges out there. It's very reputable. A lot of people know that. As a matter of fact, many people equate success for a project to the point that if it's listed on Coinbase, they're like, wow, it achieved success. It's kind of like somewhat a watered down version of Binance. That's the way to take a look at it when it comes to an exchange listing on Coinbase for a project. Now, even besides that, Toshi is actually named after Brian Armstrong's cat. Brian Armstrong is the co-founder of Coinbase, so then this whole thing just makes sense. Not to mention, Toshi is even listed on Coinbase. So that completes the package right there. Many people would argue that Brett is arguably the number one meme coin on the base network, and some people do think it's true, but in my opinion, during a fully fledged bull run, I feel like maybe Toshi could overtake it in terms of hype and attention, because when we take a look at Brett, it just kind of feels like, yeah, cool, it's this meme coin on the base network, but Toshi just makes more sense. Again, it has the name similarity to Brian Armstrong's pet cat, which is also named Toshi. Again, it just makes more sense. It's also listed on Coinbase. I just kind of feel like Toshi, even though it may not be viewed as in the same regard as Brett as of right now, I feel like it has the hypothetical potential to maybe overtake it. I just feel like the ceiling is higher. Now, let's not forget as well, when it comes to Toshi, some people like to say that, okay, man, it's not really being anything unique or different. Well, arguably, I would say being on the base network is actually very different. However, on top of that, Toshi has a pretty okay use case. It's not good, but it's okay. And especially for a meme coin, it's actually not bad at all, because you take a look at, there's something called Toshi tools. Now, these tools will quite essentially help guide someone towards their journey to be building on base. There's also, Toshi Mart, which is allegedly a meme coin launchpad. Basically, that's the way to take a look at it. So there's some use cases here. It's nothing special really, but for a meme coin, it's pretty good, and it showcases that Toshi is not lazy, because let's take a look at Pepe. What are they doing? I mean, come on. They're just there to look cool, and it does look cool, but what is it really doing? Again, even when Pepe was around this market cap, much like Toshi as of right now, I felt like it wasn't really doing anything either. So Toshi's at least doing something. This is why I like it. They're at least putting some effort. It's not like this is a deal breaker for many people when it comes to a meme coin having a good use case or not, but I like to see that because it showcases that the team cares. They're not lazy, they're not complacent, And it just kind of feels like they put some effort there. So I do like that again. Now, some people seem to think that the hype for meme coins are gone forever. I'm going to disagree with that because I feel like as long as this crypto space exists, which I hypothetically do believe will exist for the foreseeable future, I feel like as long as there's hype for cryptocurrencies, there's always going to be this niche that is meme coins. I think there's always going to be a demand somewhat in one way or another for amazing meme coins. And Toshi is that. It's cool, it's unique, it's different. It's another dog theme meme coin. And I just feel like it's a no-brainer for me. Now, I get it. Some people like to say, oh man, why don't you get XRP? Why don't you get XLM? Now, granted, I believe in XRP and XLM, but they can't do, let's say around a 48x in the next 6 to 10 months, in my opinion. Sometimes people look for hypothetical upside, and this is what I like about Toshi and meme coins generally speaking. Now, Toshi is not a microcap, so it can't do 200, 300x from here. However, I don't mind because when a microcap is, in its growth stage, right, when it's just kind of there's a lot of risk, in my opinion. Like, we don't know if it's ever going to take off. Even though the market cap may be low, we just don't know. But then at the same time, there are these dinosaurs, like a Dogecoin, like a Shiba Inu. We know that the best days are behind them in terms of percentage price increase. So what is a good medium in between for me? That's something like Toshi. Not such a small market cap. It's not a micro cap, of course, but then it's not this dinosaur where it can't do over a 20x or something like that. So this is why I like Toshi so much. Now, it's just a waiting game because Toshi has all the right pieces in place. The community is strong. It's very passionate. Good exchange listings. Again, it's even listed on Coinbase. Not to mention, it's on the right place. It's on the base network. And it has a clear and set direction. Now that it has to do is just wait for a fully fledged bull run. That's it. All the pieces are in place. It just has to wait for liftoff. This is the way to take a look at it. Other meme coins out there, they're not polished. They're not listed in decent exchanges. Sometimes we don't really know what they're really even doing. Like, they don't update anything. We just don't know. But then this one feels like it's very cohesive, feels very polished, feels like all the pieces are there to really wait for a fully fledged bull run. And it's just a waiting game at this point. But I'm still staying patient because we do know that altcoins, usually as a worst case scenario, they typically peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, when did the last Bitcoin halving event happen? It happened back in April of last year. So 18 months from then would actually mean around October this year. It's just a waiting game. Now, is this a guarantee that things are going to peak in October? Absolutely not. We just don't know. But then I can take a look into the past. I can't take a look into the future. But then I can take a look at, again, when did altcoins peak usually as a worst case scenario? I'm going to pay attention. And I just don't think the bull run's over, really. I mean, there's too many bullish factors like the Ethereum ETF, the Bitcoin ETF. Also, we take a look at how there's over 600 million crypto owners as of right now, according to Crypto.com research. The factors are just way too bullish. And just imagine, let's say Bitcoin goes to $150,000, $200,000, $250,000. Would there still only be around 600 million crypto owners? I don't think so. I think maybe 700 million, 800 million. I don't see why not. Back in the peak of the 2021 bull run, there was around 300 million crypto owners. Again, as of right now, Bitcoin has never ever even reached $150,000, and we already have over 500 million crypto owners. So imagine if Bitcoin goes to 200,000. What would the amount of crypto owners be then? Only time will tell, but I think it could be a lot better than right now. And I think more volume, more attention, naturally, for the crypto space, some is going to trickle down, maybe, into something like Toshi and 2 cents. That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever during this bull run. And I'm very bullish on it. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Believe the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.